Okay, every parent has been there. You've cooked a very nice meal, you set the plate in front of your little one, and bam, the screams of, I don't want it, or just better yet, they just take it, they look at it, and they smell it maybe, and then they toss it to the ground. But there is help if you do have a picky eater. Jennifer Anderson is a registered dietitian and a mom of 2, and the founder of Kids Eat in Color. The company, which has more than 2 million followers on Instagram, has fun tips for parents to help their kids eat better. Watch this.
If you haven't heard of this way to help your child learn to like veggies, you're missing out. This is called the veggie selfie. We take pictures of kids doing anything and everything. Remember to take pictures and videos of them enjoying veggies too. Then when they go back to look at the pictures, they remember that veggies are fun. This helps them keep eating them and may even help them try something new.
Jennifer Anderson joins us now. Good morning.
Mind blown. I'm
Very
excited
cool.
about this.
But so the question I have is, because Adriana has a picky eater, my daughter is not very picky. In fact, I was struggling I was trying to rack my brain as to what she doesn't eat, and she basically eats everything.
Isn't that so hard?
But I don't know what
You couldn't think of a single food.
I mean, like, you know, there isn't. She eats lentils, which I don't even eat, but my wife does. She eats beets, which are nasty. I know.
I love selenium.
But she eats tofu. Like, so the question, but I don't know what we did other than started feeding those foods to her from the moment that she was on solids.
Yeah, and it's common to think, oh, if I just do everything right in the first years, I'll get this amazing adventurous eater. And you might have won the eating lottery with your child.
He also won the sleeping lottery with his child. Oh my God. He was like the perfect child. Yes.
No, but also it may not last, right? I mean, I think I remember my little brother being not a very picky eater, but then by the time he was like 10, he wouldn't even eat like pizza. Yeah, it was like he became.
Eating often shows up between 2 and 6. So it's really common. And if you do have a picky eater, it doesn't mean you like failed when they were younger. It's very common as kids get older, they're scared of new things, or some of the executive functions start to show up, and you know, they get scared of like not knowing what's going to happen.
Right.
You know, that blueberry lottery, that's scary. You could get a sour one.
That's true.
You could get a sweet one.
Blueberry lottery.
So you're a registered dietitian. You have a huge following, so this is working for a lot of people. I loved that veggie selfie idea. What are some other ideas that you have to get kids to eat more foods?
My husband had the best idea, which is to pick up that broccoli and sing into it, and then to take a big bite. I mean, for a 3, 4-year-old, it is so hard for them not to do it. Have fun. Yeah. The more fun, the more silly, especially when they're younger. It really pays off.
What works for me with my daughter is like if things are crunchy. So she's like, Mama, listen. And I'm like, oh, that was a big crunch.
Yeah,
that was a big crunch. Yeah,
for sure.
Just doing that sort of thing. What should parents not do?
One of the things that we often want to do is, hey, if you eat your veggies, I'll give you a cookie. Which, you know, it might work, and no judgment if you're doing that. At the same time, what you're really telling your child is veggies aren't good, and cookies are really good, which is the opposite of what we want to teach them. So if we can get away from bribing them with food, that is really helpful. Instead, we can just have the cookie there on the side of the plate, even at the beginning of the meal, if you want to go way out there, or you can serve the cookie at a different time of day, maybe for a snack or something, so it's not competing with the veggies.
So one of the things that's interesting, we have a 2.5-year-old, and now she's able to fully communicate with us. So you think that you can rationalize with a child, but really the parts of their brain are still developing. And so what happens to a child when they reject something, and in the wake of that rejection, they even throw a temper tantrum? What should parents do then?
Well, if you imagine, I say, oh my gosh, you have to eat beets. Like, you have to eat them. You have to eat a whole beet. Well, what are you gonna do? You're gonna be like, no way. Maybe you're even gonna stand up in your high chair and you're gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm throwing it, oh my gosh, all the things, right? Instead, if as a parent you just say, oh, okay, you can eat the other things. What is even your 2.5-year-old gonna say? They don't have a lot to fight with when you're not entering the battle.
A lot of parents make 2 meals, right? Like a meal for the parents, a meal for the kids. I'm
what?
really trying. Yes,
that would not have been a thing in my house.
I'm really trying.
Tony does that?
Yes. I don't do that. But what we do is we try to we offer them everything. We try to be cool and nonchalant about it. I'm like, sure, eat your veggies or not, whatever. I'm cool. But I'm like, eat your veggies.
Yeah.
But we do offer pouches after the meal. Is that okay?
Well, it can be okay. But if you think about it, your child is very smart, so they're gonna know. if I don't eat dinner now, I'm going to get a pouch later. So if you're okay with that, that's fine. But if you really want to incentivize them to eat the meal, you then wouldn't offer the pouch later. Or maybe you would offer something even less exciting, maybe like a sliced apple, or
I like
something where if they truly are hungry, you feel okay giving them something.
Yeah.
But also, it's not really an incentive.
Right. Right.
But our senior broadcast producer, John Tower, told me that his kids went to a beige food phase, which was like
Oh my God.
potatoes, chicken fingers, French fries, anything. But anything with color was like, no!
Yeah.
He said they're still on that diet.
That's so hard.
It's
when
really hard. Parenting, not easy. Jennifer Anderson, thank you very much. This was really helpful. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.